based on Duterte's testimony of the existence of a Davao Death Squad. Were you ever a member of the Davao Death Squad?
No. No, never. Alam mo naman, Karen, na kasi kinakapitalize lang nyo doon sa statement na yun eh. Hindi ba nyo nakita later on na binabawi niya, na lumalabas na nagbibiro lang siya? Eh, dapat the whole context of the statement should be taken, hindi yun lang ang sinabi niya. Very clear naman sinabi niya na bandang dulo. Walang kuha niya mga pulis. Ako yan.
Kung bago ka lang dito sa NTPH, maaari bang makahingi ng isang like at subscribe? At huwag kalimutan pindutin ang notification bell para ma-notify kapag may ganito tayong upload. Salamat kabayan!
Senator De La Rosa, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Karen, at good morning sa ating mga taga-subaybay. Good morning sa ating
All right. Senator, we heard former President Rodrigo Duterte ang sinabi niya, yan, si Bato de la Rosa, senador ngayon, he mentioned that dati kang miyembro ng Death Squad. So let me ask you this first. Were you ever a member of the Davao Death Squad?
I have been hunting kung sino yung mga death squad na yan. Matagal ko na hinahanap yan. Every time may mamatay dito sa Davao o na sinasabing death squad ko nung bumaril, in live television, ay hinahamon ko sila. Kung magaling lang kayo pumatay nang walang kalaban-laban, andito ako. Gusto nyo ng barilan, ako ang targetin nyo. Huwag yung mga tao na hindi makakalaban.
Pero Senator, I think it's important to set the record straight, no? Here's President Duterte mouthing off what there was a Davao Death Squad. Siya nagsabi nun. Sinabi niya mga mayayaman daw na mga civilian sa Davao. Number 3, yung mga dating commander ng police, yung mga hepe sa Davao, naging commander ng Death Squad. Binanggit kanya doon. So let's set the record straight. Based on Duterte's testimony of the existence of a Davao Death Squad, were you ever a member of the Davao Death Squad?
No. No, never. Alam mo naman, Karen, na kasi kinakapitalize lang nyo doon sa statement na yun eh. Hindi ba nyo nakita later on na binabawi niya, na lumalabas na nagbibiro lang siya? Eh, dapat the whole context of the statement should be taken, hindi yun lang ang sinabi niya. Very clear naman sinabi niya na bandang dulo. Walang kuha niya mga pulis. Ako yan.
All right. So number 1, you categorically deny that you were ever a part of a so-called Davao Death Squad. But number 2, did you know of the existence of the Davao Death Squad?
Sabi ko nga sa iyo, Karen, that yung Davao Death Squad is a creation of the media. Yung term na yan. Yung term na yan. Totoo, may namamatay. May namamatay dito
Sa Davao muna to, ha? Yung Davao muna tayo.
Davao.
Oo, Davao.
Totoo yan. May mga namamatay ng mga kriminal. May namamatay ng mga poser. May namamatay ng mga hold-upper, mga kidnapper. Pero yung term nga na Death Squad, creation niya ng media. Sinasabi nila, Death Squad, Davao Death Squad. Ako, I cannot confirm na mayroon talagang Death Squad.
Okay, so 1, you're making it clear on Head Start. You were never a member of the so-called Davao Death Squad. You cannot confirm the existence of the Davao Death Squad, okay? But number 3, it's the former president himself who said it. He said may mga, hindi daw mga pulis, pero may mga mayayaman na mga taga Davao, they cared for Davao, sila daw ang pumapatay.
Pwede kasuhan ninyo yun, yung mga...
But you were his police chief. So, tanong ko, you were the police chief of Duterte even when he was mayor in Davao. So, ang tanong ko, what was the former president saying? Ano yun, sir? Invento? Is he a storyteller? Ano yun? You can't say it's a joke. It's either a lie or the truth. Ano po yun?
Para bang hindi niyo kilala si President Duterte na magaling niya gumamit ng mga words. Eh, dapat, kung ito the interpretation of what he has said during the Senate hearing is subjective. Kung ako ang tanungin mo, Tanungin mo si General Gamboa, tanungin mo si General Danao, yung mga dumaan na chief of police dito, ang masasabi talaga sa iyo, nagbibiro lang yan ng boss namin, nagbibiro lang yan. Kung kayo, tingin ninyo na may meat yung sinasabi niya na talagang merong death squad din. Sabi nga niya kasuhan niyo ako. If you have the evidence, kasuhan niyo ako. Inamin naman niya na lahat ng mga whatever hindi from Davao, mag-elevate tayo sa national level, whatever the police, whatever the drug war succeeds to do or failed to do, ay sa kanya yun. Siya ang may legal responsibility doon.
Yeah.
Well,
Actually,
kaya sabi niya, inahamon niya ang mga complainant na mag-file kayo ng kaso sa akin. Kasuhan niya ako.
No, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, Senator. But
Yes.
it's to first analyze because it's very difficult for the public to sinasabi ng mga kakampi ni Duterte, nagbibiro yan. Ganyan lang siya. He uses words. But may punto si Senate President Francis Escudero. He was under oath, right? When you read a transcript, di mo naman malagay doon, nagbibiro, tumatawa, walang ganun. It's not that way. At in the end, he admitted to a Davao death squad under oath.
Kaya nga, if he admitted, and you think that is enough evidence for him to be charged in court, then by all means, you have to do it. They have to do it. Kung sinong dapat gumawa yan, yun lang.
Okay.
Kung natin gagawan pa ng pagbabanggain pa natin yung point of view ng mga dumaan na tao under sa kanya na iba yung pagtingin at saka yung people in general na sinasabi mo na hanggang ngayon after 6 years of President Duterte's term of office, after 6 years of being a president of these Philippines, hindi pa rin nila maintindihan yung ugali ng tao. So huwag na natin pabanggain yun. So your point, we have our point. If you have the goods, then sinabi na nga niya, file na kaso. Yeah.
You're right, file a case. But
Yes.
I'm curious, when the president said, yan si Bato, commander yan ng Davao Death Squad, what was your reaction? You were sitting there.
Maawa ako.
Shocked? What
Maawa
were...
ako. Alam ko naman yung tao na magaling yan gumamit ng words, magaling magbiro. Kaya diyan na tayo nagka-class ngayon ng ating interpretation. Dahil sa tagal kong kilala yung tao na yan, magaling yan magbiro, magaling yan na mangintriga. Kaya nga niyang pag-intrigahin yung dalawang criminal groups para magpapatayan. Sila maggira-gira dyan dahil magaling mag-intriga yan sa saywar. Magaling sa saywar. Kaya yung sinabi niya, natatawa talaga ako. Dahil how come yung chief of police magiging commander ng death squad? Paano react doon?
Okay,
At ako Karen, ito lang, honest lang ko siya, magsabi ko sa iyo, never ako naging membro or naging leader ng death squad. And I just took the words of the former president very lightly. Tinatawanan ko pa nga dahil alam ko nagbibiro siya.
Okay, so para sa iyo, biro yun. Now let's go to this, okay? So, Attorney Shell Diokno had a powerful presentation in the Senate where he brought out, and I hope we show this, we'll talk about this in detail, the PNP command memo, that's the CMC, PNP CMC 16 dated 2016, and it was a circular that you signed, and this circular had two things that were quite different. Number one, this command circular used the word mag-neutralize at mag-negate ng suspected illegal drug personalities. Number two, ang utos ay gamitin ang drug list bilang basihan, right? To pursue suspected drug users. Okay, so why did you sign the PNP command circular with the words neutralize and negate when that doesn't exist in police training?
Dumaan ka ba ng police training? At
Definitely not. I agree with you. Definitely not. Definitely not. But The
Oh.
police officers that were interviewed said that neutralize and negate. The ones interviewed said ang ibig sabihin nun ay pinatay or killed.
Sino nagsabi? Sige, sino nagsabi?
Based on the interviews.
O sino nga in-interview? Sino yung interview na yan? Para
Well, he did
magkaroon
present
natin.
it. But let's go already.
Oh.
So what
Oh.
for you is neutralize and negate?
Una, klaruhin ko ha, may police na interview na nagsabi. Sino yon? Alam ko si General Lasso, yung PDEA, nagsabi doon sa House of Representatives sa Quadcom. Ngayon, dito naman sa Senado, in-interview yung ilang chief PNP na present doon at dating mga chief of police ng Davao City, tinanong, anong meaning ng neutralize? Magkaiba yung kanilang definition.
Ano bang ibig sabihin para sa inyo nung pinirmahan nyo ang circular na yan? Kasi it's your signature on the circular.
Yes,
What
Karen.
did it mean to you? What did it mean?
Kung tingnan mo yun, nakakapagod kasi, sige explain, no? Nakakapagod.
But go ahead.
In-explain ko na yan doon sa Senate hearing, di ba? Sinabihan ko si Jok, no? Ito yung Google meaning ng term na neutralization at ito yung meaning, yung definition ng neutralization based doon sa PNP operational procedure manual. Ito, sinabi ko sa kanya, yung neutralization that includes that rendering the suspect unable to commit further crimes by conducting operations against him or magpasurinderin mo siya, hulihin mo, kasuhan mo, ikulong mo para hindi na makapag-commit ng further crimes. At kung lumaban and your life is under threat, talagang may mamamatay dyan. It's either you or yung suspect. So kung mamatay, kasama na yan doon sa term na neutralization. Hindi. Kasi ang gusto kasing palabasin ni Jok, no, na yung term na neutralization to suit their narrative. Alam mo na kung anong narrative na gusto na. Puro patay, 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 patay. Gusto na pag sinabing neutralize, patay ka agad. To suit their narratives. But my God, why are you, Mr. Jokno, you are from outside of the PNP. Why do we let you, hayaan namin kayo mag-interpret sa term na ginagamit namin, na kami naman dito within the PNP, gumagamit ng term na yan. At Karen, kung ang purpose yan is to kill, bakit hindi na lang ilagay sa memorandum circular to kill everyone? To kill, kill, kill. Bakit neutralize pag gamitin na term? Because ang neutralize, meaning hulihin mo o pasurindirin mo para hindi na sila makakommit ng further crimes. Hindi yung puro patay-patay na lang. Ay kung gusto ko palang patayin, bakit pa ako gagawa ng memorandum circular na mag-incriminate sa aking sarili? Ganun ba ako kagago? Do you think ganun ako katanga na gagawa ko ng memorandum circular na self-incriminating? Bakit pwede ko naman i-text yung mga tao na patayin nyo? O bulungan ko, patayin nyo para walang ebidensya? Bakit gagawa pa ako ng dokumento na magiging ebidensya para laban sa akin? Ganun ba katanga ang PNP?
Okay, now, in the essence of fairness, all right, I'm going to read this. Technically, I don't know why this was not mentioned in the Senate, right? So technically, the term neutralize and negate has been included in the 2014 revised PNP manual of the Anti-Illegal Drugs Operations and Investigation. This was even before the time of former President Duterte. This was included during the time of then DILG Secretary Mar Rojas. So panahon pa po ito ng yumaong si Pangulong Noynoy Aquino. Right? So Justice Carpio said the term neutralized and negation has been included already in the 2014 revised PNP manual. So when you became PNP chief, technically the words existed.
Yan na yan, matagal na yan.
Okay, now, the thing is, even in the circular in 2014, it was not specific what it meant, no? When you came in, nandun na yun. So, Justice Carpio said the manual or the circular is technically unconstitutional. The question now is this: somebody has to show that the implementation of the circular is you are violating the rights of the individual or you are committing human rights. So yan na ang tanong ngayon. During your term as PNP chief, how did neutralize and negate? How was that implemented?
Okay, Karen. Neutralize. I will give you statistics. 1.6 million drug users and drug personalities, users and posers, nag-surrender. They were part of the neutralization effort of the Upland double barrel. 300,000 nakakulong sa mga prisuhan. Buhay. Buhay yan lahat. Punong-puno ating mga prisuhan. Problema tayo sa overcrowding of our police station jails. Dahil nga, sa dami nating hinuli. Nakakulong yun. Buhay yun lahat. Buhay lahat yun. So, sabihin mo, mayroong 6,000 na namatay. Sabihin natin, hindi ko rin kiniklaim na lahat yun ay justified na pagkamatay. Dahil alam natin, mayroong mga pulis na nagluluko at pinagkakasuhan natin. So, kasama na ngayon sa buong neutralization effort, nag-surrender 1.6 million, 300,000 ang arestado, facing charges, nakakulong, at yung 6,000 na namatay. Sila nakapokus na sa 6,000 na namatay at gusto nila na yung term na neutralization doon sa memorandum circular na pinirmahan ko ay doon lahat sa patay yun. Kinalimutan lang yung 1.6 million na nag-surrender. Kinalimutan nila yung 300,000 na arrested, buhay, nakakulong sa prisuhan. Because they want everything to suit to their narrative na the drug war is very bad. Very bad. Tanungin natin yung 1.6 million na nag-surrender kung kumusta na buhay nila ngayon. Marami nagpapasalamat. Maglalakad ako sa kalsada. Daming former addict, mga tricycle driver, lalapit sa akin, Sir, salamat sa inyong tukhang. Kung wala yung tukhang, wala na ako ngayon. Patay na ako siguro dahil overdose ako sa droga. Ngayon, sir, mataba na ako, healthy na ako dahil huminto na ako sa droga. Reform
Alright.
na.
Okay, so you make a fair argument there. Ang tanong ko ngayon is this. Former President Duterte in the Senate said, okay, is he even encouraged police officers, alam nyo, pilitin yung manlaban. Pilitin yung lumaban. Right? Sinabi niya yon, tama? Sinabi niya yon, Senator. Pilitin yung lumaban para in effect, I'm presuming, no, I'm saying that in effect para yung police pwede niyang mapatay yung suspect. And Attorney Sheldiok, no, I mean when you go through really the role of the police officer, is that the role of the police officer? Was that right? In effect, Duterte meant provoke them na manglaban para mapatay niyo.
Kaya nga, sinabi niya, di ba? Sinabi niya na yung mga pulis na yan, may training yan. Sabi ni Duterte mismo. Sabi mismo
Pero
niya.
tama ba yun, Senator?
Sandali lang. Sino bang pulis na gago na hahamunin mo yung kuha na bumunot ka, lumaban ka para magkabarilan tayo? Do you have time to do that? Yun lang ginamit lang ni President Duterte yung para matakot ang mga kriminal. But ako, never di ako sinabihan na hamunin mo, bigyan mo ng tsansa lumaban para mamatay. Never ako niya sinabihan yan. Kasi alam niya, edukado ako. I am a PMA graduate. I know the law. Kahit hindi ako lawyer, matagal akong nag-i-enforce ng batas at hindi ko gagawin yan kung iutos niya sa akin. Kung iutos niya. Pero my God, hindi niya sinabi sa akin yan. Magaling lang siya gumamit ng mga term na yan para matakot ang kriminal. Pananakot nga. Takutin niya para, huwag tayong magluko-luko dito kasi mamaya, encourage tayo ng pulis na lumaban, mamamatay talaga tayo nito. Magaling sa cyber tactics siya si Pangulong Duterte. But, my God, fiscal siya. Ako, PMA graduate ako. Alam niya, pag-utusan niya ako na, palabanin mo para mapatay mo. Practically, sabihan ko sa kanya, Sir, may time pa ba tayong manghamon pag ganyan, magka-aristuhan na, may baril yung kalaban at lumaban? Kuha pa ba tayo? Maghahamon pa tayo? O bigyan pa natin ng tsansa? Never. It cannot happen. At kung may time man tayo na gagawin yan, do you think gagawin ko yan? Police officer ako. Oh, may tsapa ako. Oh, I have sworn to serve and protect.
So moving on from this topic, are you saying that in the end, because today you denied being a part of the supposed Davao Death Squad, you can't even confirm the existence of one when you were chief in Davao. 3, you said the president never commanded you, in other words, to do that. What was it then? Is it so what's going on? Ano to? Is it just Cywar? He uses words loosely. Ano to, sir? Ba't siya ganon?
Alam mo, kung if you want to, gusto mong kunin yung effect ng kanyang kagalingan, magsaywar. Hindi pa siya nakaupo as president. Hindi pa siya naka-take out by July 1 as president. Ilang libo na ang nakapila sa police station para mag-surrender. That is the cyber effect of President Duterte. Nakapila na mga adik, ha? Mga puset po, nagkapila na sa estasyon para mag-surrender. Hindi pa siya nag-take out, ha? Hindi pa siya naging presidente. That is the cyber effect dahil magaling siya manakot ng tao. And yung sabi mo na I am instructing the police to encourage the criminals to fight it out para mamatay yung police, mamatay yung criminal, that is part of his cyber tactics. Kaya nga, nag-surrender ang marami. Pero kung sabihin mo na sinabihan ako, I can tell you frankly, never ako sinabihan na palabanin mo. Wala. Sa kanya, sinasabi lang niya yan sa media para to spread the message, to send the message down the spine of these criminals na mamamatay kayo kapag lumaban kayo sa police. Yun ang ganyan.
Now,
the message.
yeah, so we don't have enough time, but I wanted to ask you, Senator, you have 2 representatives from the Quadcom, Representative Abante and Representative Fernandez, who say that you and Senator Bongo should have inhibited. You should have inhibited, and they said this is a quote, both of you neither had the decency to inhibit yourselves. You acted as a senator suspect during the hearing. What is your reaction to that?
Number 1, Karen, yung mga tao, hindi lang si Dan Fernandez, si Congressman Abante, yung mga tao na gustong mag-inhibit ako from the hearing, yan yung mga tao na ayaw lumabas ang katotohanan. Ayaw lumabas ang katotohanan, gusto nila na ma-perpetuate kung ano man yung mga lies na pinupropagate doon sa Quadcom ay hindi madibang pagdating dito sa parallel investigation na ginagawa ng Senado. Kasi sigurado ko, I am 100% sure, lahat na nag-akusa sa akin dyan sa House of Representatives, sa Quadcom, pagdating dito sa Senado, I can easily debunk them because I know the truth. I don't have to prepare for any interpolation because I know the truth can come out naturally. Hindi ako mag-prepare, hindi ako kagaya nila na mag-assign ng, ikaw, ito sabihin mo, ito yung i-confirm ito sinabi ni Garma na ganito. Kasi si Colonel Kwan, ito rin ang i-confirm niya. Kasi lahat ng paragraph, may mga pangalan na ng pulis doon na nakasulat kung sinong mag-confirm nito dapat. So yan ang halatang scripted. Kung decency ang pag-uusapan natin, Karen, I think mawala ako ng decency kapag hindi ko ipaglaban ang katotohanan, kung hindi ko palabasin, kung ang pabahayaan ko na lang yung narrative ng mga convicted drug trafficker, yung taga-custom, yung drug lord na si Kero Espinosa, yung drug protector na si Mayor Mabilog na lumayas nung panahon ng war on drugs, at yung si Espinido na gumagawa ng mga kung ano-ano pinagsasabi niya sa Quad Committee. Kung hindi natin ma-counter yan, Karen, mawalan ako ng decency dahil hinayaan ko lang na ang publiko ay mamislead sa kasinungalingan. So that is decency for me. Kung gusto na ng decency, dapat sila rin magpaka-decente rin sila. na huwag lang pilitin, huwag nilang influence yung mga resource person nila na magsinungaling because that is a crime. Subornation of perjury yan. You are a congressman and you are
So you believe they're
Influencing them to
influencing,
lie.
you believe they're influencing the resource persons to lie? But why would Colonel Garma, she was crying in the Quadcom, right? She told the story about a meeting before Duterte took office. She spoke of the reward system in detail. But magsisinungaling yun, sir?
Tanungin mo si Garma. Tanungin mo si Garma. Tanungin mo si
So
Garma.
what would be her motivation to lie? Of course, she wouldn't be lying. That's what she would say. But why? Why?
Nakita mo nung una, hindi niya inaamin, di ba? But later on, umamin siya at umiiyak pa. So, hindi ba halata na under duress yung tao na nagsasabi doon sa Quadcom? Bakit iiyak ka kung totoo yung sinasabi mo? Bakit parang naiihi ka na natatai ka habang sinasabi mo yung kuan mo, yung affidavit mo?
So ang pananaw nyo, pinilit siyang magsinungaling?
Well, you cannot
Influensyahan?
you cannot remove that from me. Iba yung paningin mo, iba yung paningin ko.
Oh,
So,
but will she be called in the Senate?
yes.
Okay,
Tinawag
because-
na kasi pero hindi sumipot eh.
Hmm.
Oh, invited siya, pero hindi siya sumipot. I don't know.
Because what's troubling is, for example, Grijaldo, the police officer Grijaldo. In the Quadcom, sinabi niya, he confirmed a Garma statement of the reward money, right? He confirmed. Then when he reached the Senate, what was shocking was he had an affidavit, tas kinwento niya that Representative Abante and Representative Fernandez met with him, called him at sinabi, ito sabihin mo.
Kaya nga, here comes an officer na hindi niya nasisikmura yung pangwawalang hiya sa pulis diyan sa Quadcom. Nagsabi siya na totoo kasi hindi niya makaya. He's standing up for the PNP and for the truth. Kaya siya,
What's difficult now is these resource persons, frankly, for the ordinary Filipino, these resource persons are both under oath in the Quadcom and in the Senate. So in other words, resource persons lie all the time. That's what I don't understand. They took an oath. They could be sued for perjury.
Karen, taruhin ko lang, did Colonel Grijaldo confirm yung
Under
statement
oath.
ni Garma? Under oath? Doon sa House?
Yes,
Sabi niya?
yes, he did. Oo.
Sinabi niya na,
I
totoo
asked
yan, may
Representative
reward
Abante.
system. Sandali, totoo ba sinabi niya na may reward system?
He
Sinabi
confirmed.
niya?
Yes.
Kinonfirm niya?
Yes, and then when he went to the Senate, may affidavit siyang dala. Baka, hindi ko alam kung di pa kayo dumating nun, sir. Diba, binasa niya, sinabi niya, pinilit daw siya na sabihin yun.
So, saan ka maniwala? Sige, maniwala ka sa congressman o sa pulis na naiipit. Yun lang ang sa akin. Tingnan lang ninyo kung let's look at it objectively.
Okay.
Yung pulis pa magreklamo kung walang ginawang ganyan sa kanya, magawa-gawa. Sino siya para gumawa ng ganyan? Umiiyak na nga yung tao dahil very powerful yung magkakalaban niya sa ginawa niyang salaysay. Ilang congressman yan lahat magagalit sa kanya dahil pinalabas niya ngayon na yung ginagawa ng Quadcom na investigasyon walang kredibilidad dahil doon sa ginagawa sa kanya. So, maglakas loob kaya yung pulis niya kung hindi katotohanan yung sinasabi niya.
Okay. All right. Now, the Senator, I want to thank you for being on Head Start today, but I think we need to close. We don't have enough time, but what would you want to say before we go, sir, quickly? Maybe there's going to be another hearing, right? So there's going to be another hearing. You won't inhibit. What are you expecting in the next hearing?
I hope na lahat ng mga inibitahan natin ay dadalo. Otherwise, kung hindi sila dadalo, ayaw nilang madebunk yung kanilang mga kasinungalingan na ginawa nila doon sa Quadcom. Ayun lang sa akin. Ayun lang sa akin. Habol ko lang naman dito sa katotohanan. Hindi ko kailangan ng papaboran nila ako. Basta papabor sila sa katotohanan. Ayun lang sa akin, Karen. Mahirap yung mabubuhay tayo sa kasinungalingan. Ako, sabi ko nga, maliit pa ako. Yan palagi na sa isip ko, yung nanay ko. Sabi ng nanay ko, every lie that you say, magkakaroon ng dot yung puso mo. Gusto mo ba na sa dami ng lie na sinasabi mo, mapupuno ng dots at maging itim yung puso mo? So, hindi ko talagang kalimutan yung pangaral sa akin
So,
ng nanay.
my last question, how will you let Garma appear? That would make a difference.
She is being, she's under the custody of the House of Representatives, di ba? Dahil
Yeah.
So kung may natitira pang interparliamentary courtesy between among the lower house and the Senate, kung nandyan pa yan, of course, we expect na i-deliver nila si Garma at si Leonardo doon sa hearing namin. Kung may
Okay.
natitirang interparliamentary courtesy, ha?
But the
Wala na.
chairperson can ask for that. The
Huh?
chairperson, right? So is it
Yes.
Senator Coco Pimentel? He can ask. He can ask.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So on that note, thank you so much for joining me today. Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Karen. Maraming salamat.